Hot Tub Time Machine 2 is a 2015 comedy film that is once again directed by Steve Pink. And the plot of this movie is we see John Cusack. John Cusack is not in this movie, which is kind of weird because his character, Adam, was the main character of the first film. But for whatever reason, he either couldn't come back or didn't want to come back. Let's try to figure out which one it was. But we see Rob Corddry, basically everyone else, Clark Duke, Craig Robinson. They're enjoying the success that they've now got from everything that they did in the past in the first movie. So they're all rich, they're all sort of flourishing, until at Rob Corddry's party, he gets shot in the dick. So they're like, fuck, not only do we have to save him, we have to go back in time and save him and stop the person who tried to kill him. But when they use the hot tub time machine, they don't go in the past. They go in the future, 10 years in the future, so it's 2025. And they, not only do they enjoy what the future's like and what their lives are like in the future, but they realize that the killer didn't come from the past. They came from the future. Now, what I thought of Hot Tub Time Machine 2 was, I liked the movie. I did. It's kind of the same situation, I guess, if anybody saw my review for the first movie, where I liked it, I thought it was funny, but I didn't love it. And I feel the same here. I didn't love it. I did think, especially at the beginning, that some jokes were funny and working, and then other jokes I thought, again, were just forced. Sometimes it's like when they have a bunch of really good jokes, they'll go on too long and then they'll throw in a joke that's where it's not funny anymore. And even the theater I was in, like, they weren't laughing at those moments too. But still, I'd say 85% of the time it was hitting the jokes. So I can't really complain about that. As far as John Cusack not being here, he is missed. I mean, I'm not saying this movie falls apart without him, but the thing that worked with him in the first movie so much was that every other guy was kind of the goofball. I mean, Clark Duke, I guess, is also the straight guy in the group, but he's the youngest out of everyone, so there's that. Where John Cusack was the one who maybe he's done some questionable things, and I'm not saying he's the perfect one, but he's not goofy, he's not over the top. He helps ring in Craig Robinson and especially Rob Corddry. Well, here, since you don't have that, it's really Rob Corddry's show. He is being the ultimate asshole douchebag character that you can think of. I mean, he's kind of the star of this movie. And in some ways, I like that. I'm like, hey, good for him, you know? How many movies have I seen him as the sidekick or the best friend in comedies? And here, he really gets to shine. The problem, though, is that his character is so unlikable, such an asshole, that when he gets shot, I'm like, I don't blame this person. Whoever it is, I don't blame them for wanting to kill you. You're a fucking asshole. And even when they go to the future, he can't stop being an asshole. But I guess in other ways, that's his charm as a character. Everyone else I thought was fine. I appreciated that the movie went to the future, because when they first were saying, oh, we got to go back to the past, I didn't really care about them going to the past again, because there's no way that they could top what they did in 1986 in that first movie. So when they too got surprised and ended up in the future, I thought, fucking A, that makes perfect sense. I wouldn't want a sequel to this movie to go any other way. It's almost like Back to the Future, where in the sequel they go to the future. It just makes sense. Obviously the budget wasn't huge, so it wasn't like they were able to play a whole lot with how the technology is in the future, but they did have some cool stuff, like cell phones being almost holograms, or the cars that drive themselves. Like if you're out in the street and you need a car will just drive up to you and you can use it for free. Like, please, can we make that happen? So to substitute for John Cusack not being here, we got Adam Scott, I don't know if I should tell who his character is. I don't know if that's like out there to the public. But he is here, he is funny, he is entertaining. there is a part of me that feels bad for him because he's kind of, I don't want to say the bitch of the group, but he definitely gets the most fucked up thing happen to him in this movie. So there is that. And Chevy Chase is indeed back in this movie, and it's a lot more clear on his role as far as how he's connected to the hot tub time machine. He's not like a real person. He's indeed some type of other being, which is kind of interesting. So yeah, you know, this movie takes twists and turns that I don't really want to get into. I say, for any of the jokes that I mentioned that maybe didn't work, there's a whole hell of a lot more that do work. So I definitely recommend Hot Tub Time Machine. My rating would be a matinee. Yeah, definitely. Definitely pay for a cheap price to check this out in the theater, especially if you like the first one. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments below if you plan on seeing Hot Tub Time Machine 2. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later.